This is the story of a couple who got stuck in a deadly swamp while hiking in the forest. This swamp was so dangerous that it had already engulfed many people. Now will both of them be able to save their lives or save those who will die? 2 more names will be added to the list. Watch the video till the end to know. At the beginning of the story, we see a couple in which the husband's name is Josh and the wife's name is Sophia. Both of them were doctors by profession and were going to attend a conference. Now at first, everything seems normal, but in reality, nothing is right between this couple, and they are going to get divorced very soon. After some time, both of them reached their hotel and met their old friend Marcos. Marcos was also a doctor, and he was also going to go with them to that conference. Marcos had no idea that Sophia and Josh were going to get divorced, so he had booked only a room for both of them, although both of them were in a relationship. They were not comfortable sharing the room, but now they had no other option. Now, as soon as they entered the room, they started fighting again, and Sophia got angry and went out of the room. At night, both of them were having dinner. They met, and their friend Marcos was also with them. Here Marcos realized that there was something wrong between them, and finally Josh told him that very soon both of them were going to get divorced. Now there was silence for some time, but Marcos then changed the topic to lighten the mood. He told the 2 of them about a famous hike here, and the 3 of them made plans to go on this hike the next morning. The next day, Sophia and Josh were certain to go on a hike. They were ready, but at the last moment, Marcos refused to go along as he had to finish important work. Now both of them decided to go on a hike without Marcos packed their luggage and reached down here where the hotel staff made them go hiking. Gave him some information and showed him a long route on the map. Although there was a shortcut there, that route was full of dangerous swamps and poisonous snakes. Now Josh was confident in his ability, so he decided to go through this shortcut. But Sophie refuses to do so. After this, both of them left their hotel and reached the top of the mountain through beautiful roads. They parked their car and then started walking on foot. Now everything was fine for a while, but then Josh saw dense clouds in the sky. He asked Sophia to go back because trucking in such weather can be very dangerous. Sophia also agreed with Josh, and both of them returned, but when they reached their car, so they saw a thief who was trying to open their car. Now at first both of them hid behind a stone, but then Josh got excited and decided to teach that thief a lesson, but his bravery immediately disappeared. When this thief pointed his gun at him, here Josh gathered courage and hit the thief on the head with a stick and ran into the forest with Sophia. This thief also started chasing them and started firing bullets at them blindly. After running away for a while, both of them stopped at a place where Sophia started shouting at Josh about why he needed to be a hero in front of that thief. At this time, the sound of gunshots came very close, so they decided to go on that shortcut route so that the thief could not escape from that thief. To fear of going on the road, he left them behind. After this, both of them immediately ran on that path, but very soon got separated from each other. While running, Sophia collided with a branch of a tree, due to which she started feeling dizzy. She held her head and moved ahead. While she was walking, her foot fell in the swamp. This swamp was very deep, and Sophia was getting out of it fast. She tried a lot to get out of here, but it was of no use. Now, out of fear, she started calling Josh, and lucky Josh also reached here in time. He extended his hand to help Sophia, but she was still far away from him. Here Josh tried to take Sophia out with the help of a branch, but during this time that branch also broke. Sophia started writhing in fear, and in no time she completely sank inside. Here, without thinking anything, Josh jumped into the swamp and somehow pulled out Sophia's head. This saved Sophia's life, but now both of them hear Josh calm down Sophia and explain to her that the more she moved, the more she would fall into this swamp. Then Sophia felt something near her feet, due to which she became very nervous. She helped Josh to ask to take the thing out, and when Josh took it out, it was not wood or any animal but the dead body of a human being. Now both of them got very scared after seeing this dead body, because perhaps after some time they too were going to meet the same fate. They noticed that there was a bag on the shoulder of the dead body. Both of them quickly took out the bag and pushed the body back inside. From inside the bag, they found 2 useful things like a torch and a small knife, and a shotgun gun which still had 2 bullets inside it. Now here Josh used his brain and decided to cut that bag and make a rope so that with its help he could get out of this swamp. On the other hand, Marcos was worried about his friends in the hotel. It started happening because it had been a long time since they went on a hike, and by law they should have returned by now. Now Marcos is busy with this thought when suddenly, he sees a man entering the hotel and Sophia's flag on his shoulder. This was the same thief who was after Josh and Sophia. When Marcos came to this man, he saw blood stains on his shirt and understood that he was the one who had harmed Josh and Sophia. They immediately attacked him, and in the scuffle, the thief's gun fell on the ground. But before the fight could proceed further, the hotel staff separated the two, and in the forest, they cut the bag and made a rope and then tied it to him. They tried to get stuck in a stone, but their rope fell short and all their hard work went in vain. Both of them were just sitting in despair when suddenly they saw a helicopter in the sky, and their hope was awakened again, so that she could attract the attention of the people sitting in the helicopter. But it was almost impossible to see both of them in the middle of this dense forest. Here Sophia tried to set fire to the surrounding things with the help of a lighter so that due to the smoke, the people sitting in the helicopter could not see. People should see them, but everything around them was very wet, due to which Sophia's idea also failed. Ultimately, she decided to burn that rope, but Josh stopped her from doing so because that rope was the last one to get out of here. There was hope that at this time the helicopter also left from there, and both of them could not do anything to save themselves. Here Sophia thought, why not cut her jacket and make some more rope, but Josh refused to do so, because if they took off their jackets, let alone drowned, both of them would die from the cold. Josh was still hopeful that his friend Marcos would come to save them, while Sophia had given up and accepted her death when suddenly she felt a slight blow on her back. She felt pain because some wild ants were climbing on her back and biting her. She started screaming in pain, and seeing this, Josh gave her a liquor bottle and asked her to pour it on her back. As soon as she did this, all the ants ran away and Josh came back to life, but was surprised to see a bottle of liquor in his hand because Josh had said that he had given up drinking. Here Josh said that due to this deteriorating relationship of theirs, he took up liquor again. Both of them had made each other's lives miserable by fighting, and neither of them was happy with these unnecessary fights. During the conversation, Sophia thought that if they had fired this gun, perhaps they would have a helicopter could have come to help them, but then their brains did not work, and now that helicopter had gone from there. Well, Sophia cut the strap of the gun and attached it to the rope, but still, its length was not enough to bring them here. Meanwhile, another trouble knocked and a poisonous snake started moving towards Josh. Josh stood there without moving so that the snake would not pay attention to him and move ahead quietly. However, this wisdom did not work, and soon the snake came very close to Josh. Now seeing this, Josh asked Sophia to shoot at the snake, but by the time she picked up the gun and fired, the snake bit Josh on his hand and quietly went away from there. Sophia quickly fired at Josh. A cloth was tied on his hand so that the poison would not spread in his body, but he was worried about how poisonous that snake was, and if it bit someone, his death would be certain in about 6 hours. Now due to the poison, his hands and legs started stiffening and he started having severe pain in his body. On the other hand, Marcos and this thief were arrested by the police on charges of assault, and currently, both of them are in jail. Here Marcos lured the thief with his expensive watch and asked him about his friends. Now the thief said that I had not killed him, but on the path he had taken, his death was certain. Both of them have run away on that path of the forest where no one can even think of going. On the other hand, the poison keeps spreading in Josh's body. Due to the poison, a lot of blood accumulated on his neck, due to which he could have a heart attack at any time. Now Sophia could not see her husband dying like this, so she heated that knife, and with her help, she cut the lump on Josh's neck. By doing this, Josh lost a lot of blood and he fainted due to pain. By now Sophia was also very tired, so she also fell asleep. After some time, when she opened her eyes, she saw that Josh was now feeling much better than before, although the poison was spreading in his body and he was still not out of danger. Now Sophia had decided that she would get Josh out of here at any cost. Here she made a plan that she would kill that snake and attach its body to the rope. After this, she started teasing the snake by throwing things around, and the snake also slowly started moving towards her, but the problem was this. It was said that this snake was coming from behind Sophia, hence it was very difficult to aim at it. Here Sophia saw the snake in the reflection of the knife and fired the shot as per her guess, but unfortunately, she missed the target and the snake immediately hit her. He came very close and hugged her neck and started suffocating her. He was about to bite Sophia when he grabbed her neck. Here Josh gathered courage, picked up the knife, and killed the snake by slitting its throat, after which Sophia killed the snake. Sophia took off the skin and attached it to a rope. Then she tried to get the rope stuck in the stone by throwing it, and after a lot of hard work, she finally succeeded. Sophia somehow came out of the swamp by pulling the rope and then tried to get Josh out. But due to the poison, Josh's entire body had become stiff and he had become a living corpse. Now Sophia had no other option, so she started moving forward in the forest to call someone for help. It became night within a short time, and Sophia somehow reached out of the forest. Now here her luck supported her, and then Marcos reached there with an ambulance and a rescue team. He immediately put Sophia in the ambulance and went in search of Josh. Sophia started waiting for Josh with hopeful eyes, and after some time, the rescue team put Josh on a stretcher and brought him out of the forest. Now seeing Josh safe and sound, Sophia came to life, and in this way both of them. I hope you like this story.